Hi, hi, hi. Good evening, good evening. So, welcome to Camper Conversations. So, as usual, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get started because this video is going to be posted. This live is going to be posted once it's done up top. So, I want to get started. It's 7 o'clock, and for once, this being on time thing is cool. I'm never on time, y'all. Okay? Not that I'm bragging about it, not that it's a good thing, but for whatever reason, a sister can never be on time. I'm like rushing so my apologies to those who feel like I don't consider their time as important. Okay. So, I'm going to go ahead and get started. So I want to start out by saying what I usually say. This is my thing. Here we go. I am not a relationship expert. I do not claim to be one. I do not profess to be one. I'm just a black woman in this world, living this life and doing the damn thing and loving it. That's me. That's who I am. So, but I like to come with different topics of discussion, of course, things that we talk about when we, during the week or over time on the page. There are a lot of posts that come in. Thank you guys for everyone who inboxed me with little things that they want to share on the page that they're not quite brave enough to share on the page. And I don't know why. You guys share stuff, okay? All right. But I get a lot of inbox. So everything I post on here, guys, is not about me. It's not a personal situation or not my thought process necessarily. It may be someone else's, but they may feel like it's a good topic for discussion. So I will post it. Hey, Gabe. That's my brother from another mother. Hey, babes. Love your profile picture. All right. So, I have not been feeling well this week, guys. Not at all. I literally went last week, went to the melanated camp out, went camping, took my camper out for the first time, had a great time. Loved it. Was there with some wonderful people that I love went with me. We had a blast. We had a ball. Met some great people out there. Our neighbors that were camping out in the tent. We definitely plan on doing it again next year. And anytime they may have something. So if you have some good camping spots or some good camping events coming up, let me know. Now that I've taken my camper out, y'all, I'm hooked. It only took one time. It took me forever to get it out, but I got it out. So, as y'all can see, I'm not at my camper, right? I'm not at my camper because, again, I've literally been home pretty much all week. Went to the doctor, got checked out, COVID-free, and, just needed to check some things out because I just been exhausted, right? So, I'm not at my camper, but I am at the lake by my house. So I decided to come down here. It's nice. There's a little breeze. The water is rippling. It's beautiful out here. So I decided to come out here and do camper conversations out here today. So let's get started. Okay? So as usual, like when you come to the page and you watch this later, because so many of you watch it later because it's pinned to the top, please make your comments, your thoughts, throw them out there. And if you come on while I'm live, then definitely interact, okay? So this is the topic of discussion. I actually posted this. I posted this myself. I saw it on someone else's page, but ironically, I had a tidbit of a discussion with a young lady that I know, kind of this week, and it's actually been a topic of discussion several times for me with other people. So the topic is date them both and see who's serious. So I gave this live a title, and the title says you, me, and he. That could definitely translate to you, me, and her. It can translate because, I like to do these both sides. Majority of the time, 95% of the time, topics are for both genders. It's not just specific to ladies or specific to men. So I posted this today, 5 hours ago. It says, date them both and see who's serious. So the comment that I made, and you can go comment on this post if you like, it was done 5 hours ago. It says, I totally agree. Dating, not sexing, more than one person allows you to know what you really want and see who is worth you. We forget this is a process before commitment. It's a process before commitment. Dating allows you to see the things that you like, realize the things that you don't like, and look for the things that interest you more and more and more. And what person brings those things to you more and more and more. So when I was a teenager, when we got to the age of being allowed to date, my mother said to us, date more than one person. Like, have fun. Get to know different people. Date more than one person. And me and my 3 siblings, all 4 of us did the same thing. We did just the opposite. So now here I am at 49 listening to my mother. So we did just the opposite. Okay, I think we're back. So she said date different people, right? Then listen. We all ended up getting married at young ages. We dated, and we tend to have married the first person we dated, like got serious with. The 4 of us, we all did that. Don't know why the sharing was, but we did that. So, over life, over time, relationships ended, relationships began. Relationships ended, relationships began. You don't go through life without having some ups and some downs and some learning experiences. And I have to say, I've learned something from every single relationship I've been in. Either I've learned that he just really wasn't shit, or I've learned that I need to do better, or I've learned that I don't like this, or I don't like that, right? So through the process of doing that, I think back to what my mom said. And at 49, it makes so much more sense to me. Coming out of a marriage about a year ago and realizing I should have never been in that marriage, it made me realize even more and more that first and foremost, knowing myself, knowing what I want, knowing who I am is crucial. Very, very important. Very moving around. All right, I may have to move around. So knowing myself, I really didn't want to hold this standing up. So knowing myself, knowing what I want, knowing what I need, knowing what I desire, is very, very important. And in the process of knowing that, I can know who I want to be with. I can learn the things that I accept for me, and the things that I should change to make myself likable or to make myself acceptable for a mate. If that's what you're doing, if you're looking for marriage. So what I've decided to do and what I enjoy doing is, first and foremost, any gentleman that I come in contact with, because y'all, let me show you my shirt. I'm not for everyone. Any gentleman that I come in contact with and I decide that I want to spend a little time with him and get to know who he is or whatever, I'm straight up honest and straightforward with him. And I let him know, hey, I date several men. I date several people. And it's important for me to do that because I'm trying to learn who I want and what I want, right? So, little plug. If you have this conversation with a person and that's not acceptable to them, then that's just not acceptable to them. Then you know, hey, this is a person I'm not going to date because they're not getting this. That's not for them. It's not for everybody. But what I've learned and realized is in dating more than one person, it gives me a chance to kind of feel the waters for myself and for them. It gives me a chance to realize who is serious and who is not. It gives me the chance to see who is willing to put in the time and the effort for me. And as well, I have to do the same. But in the process, I listened rather. There's this young lady that I found on TikTok, and she is a relationship expert. She's a sex therapist and all of that. And y'all may have seen her, I can't think of her name, but she dances, and her comments come around her as she dances. And she focuses in on women. And she talks to women about, knowing themselves, knowing what to accept, knowing what not to accept, knowing what to give in a relationship, and knowing what things to hold on and hold back off of, which is so, so important. Because, as I said, like, I ended the statement on this. Gotta go to the bat phone, y'all. And it left. I ended the comment, my opening comment on this post, by saying we forget this is a process before commitment. Dating is a process before commitment. So in saying that, why should you give of yourself to someone that you don't even know is worthy of receiving that? Now, we're all grown. If you decide to have sex with someone, that's your business. You know where you are, hopefully, when you're doing that, when you're giving of yourself and you're giving of your time like that. Because me personally, I think to connect with someone sexually, I have to be at a point where I'm saying I love this person, or I have a deep connection with this person, and it's well more than a few days or a few weeks or a few months of knowing one another. It takes that time, because ladies, realize it or not, when you give yourself up sexually to a man, some of that interest is gone. Like, he got it. Men are physical. Men are physical beings. Nothing wrong with it. That's just how they built. They are physical beings. We tend to be more emotional beings, and we deal more off of our emotion. That's the difference. Men and women are different. So men with their visual, they're seeing it. They're liking it. They want it. They want to touch it. They want to taste it. They want this and they want that. Now, just put a plug in. Doesn't mean that we as women aren't visually sexual as well. When we see it, sometimes we want to touch it. We want to feel it. We want to taste it. That's the reality of that. But when you choose to date with a purpose, date with intent. And if that purpose is I'm looking for a spouse, then you really, 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 really need to be dating more than one person. If that purpose is I'm just looking for a deep connection with someone, but I'm not ready for marriage. Marriage is not what I want. You need to date more than one person. If that purpose is I'm single and I'm ready to constantly mingle and enjoy myself, you need to date more than one person. See how this falls? It keeps falling back on dating more than one person, because not one person has everything that you want or that you need. But you can find in one person those attributes that are enough for you. Because there's no one that's going to fulfill your every need. If you're looking for someone to fulfill your every need, marry your damn self. Because that's when you're going to get everything you need. When you're with yourself, you're going to get everything you need. Because you know when you're tired. You know when you don't want to be bothered. You know when you're hungry. You know when you're horny. You know you. Marry your damn self if that's what you want, if that's what you need. If not, look for those attributes. Look for those things in that other person that will fill those things for you, but not necessarily be totally, let me word this properly, because we shouldn't look for others for our happiness. We should have that within ourselves. That's why we need to take the time to get to know ourselves and appreciate ourselves and understand ourselves before we try to give ourselves to someone else. Insecure people should not be dating. We all have insecurities. I know that. But what I'm saying, that if you're so insecure that you're causing so many issues and problems within your relationship, you don't need to be dating. Now understand, there are some insecurities that come from past hurts and past traumas. I get that. And some of us have those things. And it can affect our relationship. But in that, the person that you're dating, you need to know that they can understand and handle those unwanted insecurities and help you get beyond those unwanted insecurities. If you need to do that by yourself before you start dating, then please do that by yourself before you start dating, before you start getting and connected with someone. But dating someone allows you to take a breath. Because let's be honest, ladies, sometimes we get in our heads and we think things that may not be so. Men do this as well, I'm sure, but speaking from a female perspective, I may want to do something with brother A, right? Brother A doesn't necessarily want to do what I want to do, or he's not into what I want to do. So instead of me being like, okay, well, he's not making adjustments for me, and he's not doing this for me, he's not doing that. First of all, he shouldn't have to at that point because you're dating. But brother B might be like, oh yeah, I like that. I enjoy doing that. Let's go. Let's get it. And then what is taken away from the thought process that brother A, there has to be something negative going on because he's not responding like I want him to. He's not. Maybe his thought process and the makeup of him is not responding the way you want to because that's just not his thought process and the makeup of him. But brother B will do those things. And if there's a brother C, I'm going to have to come out here and go fishing, y'all. I don't know if y'all saw last week I went fishing. I caught 5 fish. But I've never thought about coming out here going fishing. I'm going to have to come out. So anyway, brother C may want to do or be what brother A and B aren't. And sister A and B aren't. Sister C may be. You may have better conversations with brother or sister A than you do with B or C. And that gives you time to say, hey, you know what? This is what I like. I like this A that I can have conversations with intellectually or fun or joking with and be able to do all those things. And it may weed out brother B or sister B because you realize they don't even like this sort of thing. And they're not maybe even willing to do this sort of thing. Or their thought process is not where I would want it to be or need it to be for my personality, who I am. So that's one of the reasons why I realized my mother said date more than one person. Because in doing that, you find the one that you're compatible with. Now, some people say they don't do that. They don't think you should date more than one person because it can cause confusion. Confusion for who? Because if you are honest with yourself and with them from the beginning, and that's something that they accept, have a blast. Enjoy yourself. I am not going to lie. I had a wonderful, wonderful time this past weekend. Because the particular person that went with me was somebody that I knew would enjoy that time, and somebody that we had enough time in that I felt like, okay, I feel safe enough to take this person with me, and we enjoy this time. Now, that doesn't mean someone else couldn't have gone, but I just haven't known someone else a little bit longer than I've known this particular person. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. So when you're honest and you say, hey, I just want to let you know, I'm not necessarily at a point of being committed. Because when someone expects you to only date and deal with them, they're asking you to be committed. Never, ever, 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 ever let someone lock you in to just them without a commitment. Like, why am I not going out with somebody else because you're not available when you're saying to me, well, I'm not sure if I want a relationship. Well, I'm not sure what I want to do just yet. Nothing wrong with it. It's nothing wrong with you not being sure that you don't want that. Because in your process, however you're processing that, you're not sure yet. But just understand, in you not being sure, just know that the other person who is dating other people has those options. And either you can come to a place of missing out, or you can come to a place of realizing, hey, she just wasn't for me. Or, hey, he just wasn't for me. That is all dating more than one person does. That is what the process is for. Dating is a process to come to commitment. And let me say this, ladies. Men, ladies, are territorial. Men, ladies, men like to see who has the biggest bark. Men want to see who carrying the biggest stick. Men want to see who can tackle the hardest. Men want to see who can take down first. Men want to see who can conquer first. They are territorial. They're men. So what? It's okay. So being that men are territorial, understand either the brother is going to step up his game or the brother's going to watch you walk away with somebody else. And if he is serious, and if it's something that he wants, he gonna step up his game. And he gonna let you see he got the bigger chest. He gonna let you see he got the bigger voice. He captures your attention. So ladies, understand, it's not about playing games. I call it the circle of life. See, animals go out and they hunt, right? They hunt and they gather and they get their food and they feed their family or whatever. The circle of life. And when they do that, they're taking care of themselves. They're taking care of their family. The circle of life. Because they have to eat something else. They have to eat another animal to be able to take care of themselves, their family, right? So if the animal kingdom has a circle of life that the better man or the bigger animal wins, same thought process. It's a process of elimination, so to speak. Nothing wrong with it. In my opinion, you may not agree with this, but in my opinion, there's nothing wrong with dating 1, 2, or 3 different people, as long as you are honest, as long as you are respectful, because I'm not going to be with brother A, right, and see brother B when we out and act like I don't know him, or try to hide, or even deal with A, B, or C that feel like they want to run up on somebody. I'm not even dealing with somebody like that. Because if your level of maturity doesn't say, hey, this lady has options, and I might be one. Or, hey, this brother has options. Make sure them ducks don't come too close over my head. Or, hey, this brother has options. This brother has options, and I might not be the one. But if I am the one, I'm going to show him that I want to be the one. If I am the one, I'm going to show her that I want to be the one. Hey, Cynthia. That I want to be the one. So let's stop making dating options an issue and a problem. If, ladies, you tell a brother this, that, hey, I'm dating more than one person, I might not be available, I might be available, I'll let you know. And if he wants to go out or whatever, and you say, hey, I'll let you know if I'm available Saturday, if I'm available Monday or Tuesday. Dates don't always have to be on the weekend. Then, you know, he should respect that and be like, oh, okay, well, let me know. Same thing, vice versa. Same thing, vice versa. Because if you really want to be in that spot, you're going to do what you need to do to be in that spot. I was told one time, a man don't worry about another man. He don't worry about another man. Oh, okay, he want to take you out? All right, y'all have a good time. I'll talk to you later. Or call me later. Or hey, we can do next weekend. Because what you're showing is, first of all, you're securing yourself. You're not concerned with another brother. Because who you are and what you do don't have nothing to do with him. Now, ladies, we tend to, this tends to be a little bit tougher for us, right? Let's be honest. This is tougher for us. It's tougher to know that a brother may be seeing somebody else besides us. We're more emotional. It's tougher to know that he may be out with someone else when you want to be out with him. He may be talking to someone else on the phone when you may want to talk to him. Hey, sis, when you want to talk to him. But, girl, step up your game. Straighten out your crown. If you're wearing one, find something to do. Occupy yourself and your time. And when it's time for you and that brother to go out, girl, you better step up with your A game. Step up with your A game. Let him see what it is that he's missing not being with you. And if y'all are meant to be and y'all have that connection, y'all are going to connect. Y'all are going to connect. So don't worry about if he's out with this young lady over here, because she ain't you. Don't worry about if he's talking to somebody else. Easier said than done. I know, I get it. But you got to get that thing about yourself that you may have that moment and be like, dang, I'm a little bit jealous. I don't like that. But take that moment and realize, what I got to be jealous for? Because if it's you, it's you. If it's not, it's not. Goes both ways. So, I'm going to read it again because y'all know I like to go back and reference. I'm going to read it again. And I said, and watch, I'm going to have to, okay. So, I said, well, the post said, date them both and see who's serious. Date all of them and see who's serious. Enjoy yourself. Give your time to who you choose to give your time to. And see what they do with it. It's no slight on anybody. No disrespect. Be upfront. Be honest. And don't be disrespectful to one another. If you do that, what happens after that, if someone doesn't accept that, that's not on you. That's on them. If someone can't accept that, that's on them. As long as I used to tell my kids all the time when they start dating, especially my son, be honest and be upfront. If you do that, however this young lady reacts, that's on her. And then that helps you realize if she's the one or not. Do you want to take that drama into a relationship? If she gonna trip and flip and act crazy, do you even want to be in a relationship with her? Excuse me. But know that people have emotions and people have feelings. And when you like somebody, you know, you get a little antsy and you have those feelings and you have those emotions. So, you know, be considerate to that. That's where the respect comes in at. That's where we say, that's where you say, I respect you. And I'm not going to let you, it's ants. I respect you. And I'm not going to make you feel less than. Just because I may not have chosen you today or this weekend or whatever. All right, y'all. So I am done. Please make your comments. Give your thoughts on whatever you like to do moving forward. Once you watch this video, because I will post it, it'll be posted in just a minute. Once it's done, I'll pin it to the top, and it'll be the camper conversation for this week. So again, date them all, have a ball, do you, enjoy yourself. And then when you get to that point, if the point is commitment and marriage, you can say, I'm not missing out on this, or I'm not missing out on that, or I'm wondering this, and I'm wondering that. Yo, real quick, this is my sister on Claudia. I was telling them how mommy told us years ago to date several people. And all four of us did not listen. We did this. We all married the first person that we seriously got. We seriously started dating. And now at 49, I'm realizing the importance of dating different people and figuring out and finding out what I want and what I appreciate and you know what works for me. So date, enjoy each other, respect each other, fall in love with each other, but find out who that other is by exploring respectfully. Respect them and respect yourself. All right, y'all. I'm gone. The sun is setting. It is so pretty out here. I'm going to have to get a fishing pole and come out here, me and my nephew, and see if we can catch some fish. Because I realize, I remember them telling us we can't fish out here. So I want to do that. Y'all have a great weekend. Ooh, it's a 3-day weekend. I am sitting my hand down this weekend. I might. I think there's a few things I might want to do. But I won't be traveling this weekend more than likely because I just got back from a trip, and then a trip before that, and then a trip before that. But I do have St. Thomas coming up in November. So we'll see what we can plug it in between. All right, guys. Y'all have a great weekend. Be safe. Wear your mask. Vaccinated or not, wear your mask. Think of your other brother. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am. So protect each other. Love y'all.